common denominator. Mm-hmm. Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Keep it going for me. See me out of town. Oh. Money comes in. Parade comes to town. Going down Broadway. It's a one-way street. Whichever way I go. It is I, once again, King David, giving you another one of King David's reviews. We moved on to number 24. So let's go ahead and get it cracking. Number 24, Wolf of Wall Street. A New York stockbroker refused to cooperate in a large securities fraud case involving corruption on Wall Street, corporate banking world, and mob infiltration based on Jordan Belfort's autobiography. This movie is starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Jonah Hill, Margot Robbie, and Matthew McConaughey. So if you haven't seen the movie, I suggest you go ahead and give it a try. As well as, like I said, all the rest of the films I have on my top 25 list. How can I tell someone I'm a movie connoisseur or a movie critic and I don't have my own top 25? It just don't make no sense. Who do that? I'm going to give you my take on how it went down. Okay. Now, I'm still hoping you still go watch the film. Get back with me. Let me know what you thought about the film, as well as all the rest of the films that are on my top 25 list. Okay. So, boom. It's 1987, right? Jordan Belfort is brand new to the Wall Street world. He's married. He's trying to get in the game, young up and coming Thundercat. Okay. He goes and begins to start working for this one particular firm whose boss is played by Matthew McConaughey, with his country self. McConaughey's character let Jordan Belfort know that the only way you're gonna make it out here in Wall Street is by hookers and cocaine. That's pretty much his secret. That's how he stays, he pretty much lets Jordan know that's his secret. That's how he stays in the game and keeps him moving in the fashion that he does. Okay, so Jordan is taking a dive in this game and he's doing this thing at this particular firm and he's doing well. And then comes Black Monday. If you're familiar with history, you know Black Monday was the day where the entire stock market crashed. Okay, it was the worst case of the Dow Jones dropping in history. And a lot of firms had to close down because of that. The firm that Jordan was working for happened to be one of those firms. So he's still trying to figure out what's good. He looks in the newspaper. He finds a little place in someone's garage that is, I can't say garage. He looks in the newspaper classifieds and he finds a small firm on the other side of town who makes their money selling penny stocks from the pink sheets. Okay. When he gets there, he learns that the commission for selling penny stocks is 50%, which, for example, if he sells $5,000 worth of penny stock, he gets $2,500 going directly into his pocket. So he comes to this little firm with the same hustle and mindset of the hard sell that he learned from Wall Street. Everyone that works here is hearing him. They're flabbergasted. They don't understand how he can pull it off. Well, he pulls it off he starts teaching his, tactics to the people that work with him. Well, eventually, him and his neighbor decide they're going to start their own firm, and they take it right back to Wall Street. They're still using the penny stocks, but they have this system to where they're not only taking these investors' money, but they're making these investors continue to invest their money. Even if they did, make a killing, could have sold something, they give them the idea, hey, you bought in on that, it went up, you want to pull out, okay, fine, but don't pull out. Let me sell you on, let me get you to invest in this. And he's doing this, and the company is making money hand over fist. Forbes comes and gives him an interview. The lady seems like, she liked Jordan or whatever. But when she prints the interview, she pretty much lets people know he is a modern day Robin Hood or whatever. He didn't like what she said in the article. Yet and still, the very next day after the Forbes article is published, he comes to work. Now it's buku young financiers trying to come work for the one and only Jordan Belfort, the Wolf on Wall Street. So now his stuff is through the roof. He got his partners, he got his friends. He has a little circle of where he's doing things outside of the company, but still making the company look like it's all to do. They're trying to figure out their next plug. They still boozing, they still drinking, smoking, snorting, popping Quaaludes, whatever. They get it in any fashion they can. Okay, they doing wild things in the office, so on and so forth. Okay, so they're trying to figure out their next move. Jordan's partner, Donnie, remembers that Steve Madden is about to go public with his company. Donnie got the plug because he went to school with Steve Madden. So he contacts Steve Madden. He pretty much talks Steve Madden into letting Jordan's company take care of his, going public with Jordan's company, let Jordan's company be the one who sells and trades the shares for Steve Madden's company. But they devised this scheme to where they have a lot of people within their organization that buy up a lot of the stock, which is making the people on the outside see the stock as it's rising, right? So they're buying, the stock is rising. And then as soon as it gets at the very top, all the people that's still in the company go ahead and pull out their money. Snatch. It's out. It's gone. Which makes the stock start coming back down. But now everyone that had bought this stock within the company, they're getting rich. And they're still getting rich. They're making money hand over fist. Okay? It's dirty. It's illegal. But that's Wall Street, right? White collar crime. Now the feds have got their ear to the ground. They're hearing about Jordan Belfort. They're seeing the yachts. They're hearing about the lavish parties, so on and so forth. Jordan meets a girl while he's married. His wife wants a divorce. He ends up getting married to the girl he was creeping with. So now they doing their thing. They get married. Jordan meets her aunt, Emma, from England. Okay. Key point to the story. Jordan finds out the feds are on his trail. He hires his own private investigator to start checking out the people who checking him out. You know what I'm saying? Stuff is about to hit the fan, and he trying to stay out of Dodge. So he opens up a Swiss account in his Aunt Emma's name. He takes a lot of cash, smuggles it on the plane, flies all the way to Switzerland, deposits it in his Swiss bank account. That way, if the hammer does come down, the feds do be trying to run up in his stuff, they can't touch his money that's out of the country. So even if he go to jail or whatever, he still got bread stashed to the side. You heard me? Okay, so he been doing that, and he done it well. Jordan's dad comes to him. He's like, look, man, they after you. I don't like it. I don't want you going to jail. I need you to leave the firm. I need you to leave the company and just chill out, relax. We can run it. Your name is too hot right now. You got to go sit down somewhere. Jordan agrees to do it, But yet when he goes to his company and he stands in front of them and gets ready to tell him that he's about to go ahead and step down, somehow he talks himself into not stepping down. Hence the speech, "I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving." A little time goes by. Jordan and his buddy Donnie and their wives are in Italy on their boat. They find out Aunt Emma died. Jordan's wife is distraught. She just lost one of her closest family members. Jordan is distraught because now he got to figure out how the heck he gonna get his money. So to bypass customs, they decide to drive their boat from Italy to Monaco. However, while they're driving the boat, they run across this real bad storm. Doggone boat flips over. They capsize. They get rescued. Jordan makes a call for a plane to come and pick them up from the rescue barge that they're on. Seagull flies into the engine of the plane. Plane goes down. They didn't never make it to Geneva. Jordan takes that bird flying into that motor of that plane coming to rescue him as a sign from God. Decides he's finna go ahead and sober up, stop tripping. They get back home. Donnie, Jordan's partner, is supposed to be going to pick up some money from another guy that they deal with business-wise when it comes to cash and, what they call a quote-unquote wormhole. Okay. They never really had good words for one another. They never really did get along with one another. Haphazardly, they end up getting into it. The wormhole buddy goes to jail. Now, he don't rat. He don't tell it on Donnie. He don't tell it on Jordan, none of that other stuff. He ends up getting out. They make up. Everything is cool. However, one of the other partners ends up getting popped in Florida for something totally nothing to do with Jordan Belfort's operation. However, because he's trying not to get popped or do a lot of time for whatever his situation is, he gives information on Jordan Belfort. So now it's getting thicker, right? The feds come to Jordan. They say, "We got you on this based upon what your homie said. Now we can give you leniency if you give us information on other people within your organization." Jordan agrees to it, goes back to work, but he's wearing a wire. He's in his office talking to Donnie, his partner, and he tells Donnie, he's asking the questions that a person would be trying to garner for a situation, to receive information from the wire. But yet he writes on the note, "I'm wearing a wire," and slides it to Donnie. So letting Donnie know, don't say nothing, won't be nothing. Donnie takes the note, keeps it. He understands what it is. And Donnie still goes and tells it. Donnie went to the feds and just put all the business out in the air. The jig is up. His wife divorces him, and he's got to go to jail. The feds came and got him. He went to jail. He only got hit with 32 months, or was it 36 months? He got hit with 36 months, of which he only had to serve 22. He gets back out. He's no longer doing stockbrokering and things of that nature, but he becomes pretty much a motivational speaker. So now he's going coast to coast, selling books and doing seminars on the hard sale of sales business. The end. What I liked about this movie so much is Leonardo DiCaprio had a star-studded performance, if you ask me. I've been waiting on Leo to get his Oscar for quite some time at this point. He ended up getting one for the movie after this one, which was Revenant. But that's because so many people online, social media, so on and so forth, have been talking about his performance in Wolf on Wall Street. But they didn't give it to him for Wolf on Wall Street. They gave it to him for the very next film. Whatever. Once upon a time, I used to work in a call center. Mind you, no, we weren't selling things from the pink sheets. We weren't selling stock from the pink sheets or nothing like that. But it was some highly schemable shit going on. You know what I mean? It was not morally right what we were doing to people over the phone, obtaining their personal information, obtaining their credit card, debit card numbers, and pretty much running them through the winger. But yet and still, that motivation of the hard pitch, the hard sell and whatnot was something that I happen to be a part of. And when you're in that environment, in that phone room, and everyone around you is trying to sell to make their money and make their commission, it gets crazy. The bosses get crazy. The other phone reps get crazy. The FCC ended up coming to shut us down. Martin Scorsese is one of the best doggone directors out there, especially when it comes to, you know, mob films and things of that nature. This is the guy who gave you The Departed, Goodfellas, you know, a lot of classic cinema. You feel me? Like I said, what I gather from it is at the end of the cool, you know, what's done in the dark is going to come to the light. Jordan Belfort was making big bank and literally living his best life. He ain't worried about, you know, not worried about the consequences. According to him, he had everything so wrapped up and so tight. And they ran with their campaign. They were doing what they were doing for years. You know what I mean? Till finally the hammer came down. And at that point, I mean, it is what it is. What can you do? But never know mine. That's my number 24. Wolf on Wall Street. I think I pretty much knocked everything down. That's my number 24, you guys. I really appreciate you guys hanging with me. Be sure to check me out next week where I'll be presenting to you my number 23 film. I'm not going to tell you what it is until we get there. But until we get there, y'all, man, y'all have a good day. Be safe. Love y'all. L's up. Deuces.